I've been using the Samsung Z Flip 3 for the last month as my main Android device, and I have to say that even with my love-hate relationship with Samsung, I've come to really appreciate this phone. Now, some of you who are old enough may remember that flip phones were all the rage back in the early 2000s, with the Motorola Razr still being one of the most sold phones of all time. And there have been multiple attempts over the years to bring back the design into the modern age, but it took the folding tech of recent years to make this actually possible. Today I won't bore you with a lengthy review, instead focusing on the 5 most important reasons why you should consider buying this phone. The first reason is obviously that this is a second generation foldable phone from Samsung, which means it's received quite a number of upgrades over its predecessor from last year. You get flagship grade internals with the Snapdragon 888 coupled with 8GB of RAM, a 120Hz high brightness 6.7-inch main display, as well as an upgraded 1.1-inch cover display. The cover display is incredibly useful, being able to display notifications, various widgets, and perhaps the most useful in my mind, it allows you to control the main cameras to take selfies or videos. It's actually incredibly useful to glance at this tiny display and get a lot of information without having to flip open the phone. This was actually one of the cooler features of flip phones from yesteryear. I really hope Samsung increases the size of the cover display even further in the next generation. Speaking of the cameras, they're surprisingly good. I went on a short trip a couple of weeks back and was stunned to see how good the photos and videos actually looked. And remember, this phone doesn't even have the best cameras the Samsung has to offer. Given my relatively low expectations going in, I came away seriously impressed. Fourth, the compactness of the phone itself is actually amazing. Yes, it's thicker than a normal phone when folded, but it has a neat squared off look when folded, so it's no larger than a typical small wallet. I found this to be a huge selling point for me. You can have a very compact phone just as easy to carry around as my previous daily driver, the iPhone 12 mini, but which offers a large 6.7-inch display when opened up, with almost the exact same size as the iPhone 13 Pro Max, being only slightly narrower than the iPhone. A big win for everyone who wants a smaller phone as their daily driver. Last and not least, it's the wow factor. This phone is different. In a world of glass and metal slabs we carry around, this feels refreshingly cool. I did a small social experiment with it. I showed it to 6 people I knew who were not tech enthusiasts in any way, their family and friends, and their reaction was nearly identical in every case. Every one of them, who don't care one bit about what their phones actually are, were all amazed with this thing. They all wanted to interact with it, try the folding mechanics on their own, and were generally super interested. This phone, perhaps even more so in my eyes than the Fold 3, is really different, interesting, but with a familiar look from many years ago brought up to a modern spec. So if you want a phone that's a bit different and which will stand out, maybe the Z Flip is the one for you. Oh, and a bonus reason here, the price. Yes, it's around $1,000 give or take, depending on what promotion Samsung is running at any given time. And I will admit it, the price is high, maybe higher than I'd like it to be and a bit more than I'd be comfortable to spend on a phone. But I think it's absolutely worth it. You get a typical high quality, high performance Android flagship with the not so typical exterior and folding mechanics added on top. This is one of my favorite phones ever and one that I would have liked to keep around for longer. What's there not to like about it? Well, if you want to find out what's there not to like, check my other video where I'll take the other side of the argument and give you 5 reasons why you maybe should skip the Z Flip 3. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a thumbs up and a sub to the channel would be amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.